That's when I start saying crazy stuff because I start looking, I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Okay. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
even Jay-Z's career. You can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like, they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Looks like Queen Bey and Jay-Z might be going through some rough patches, and guess who's got the inside scoop? None other than 50 Cent. So here's the deal. Rumors about Trouble in Paradise started swirling after Jay-Z dropped this weird speech at some event, calling Beyonce this young lady, and she didn't look too pleased about it. But truth be told, these rumors ain't exactly breaking news. Ever since Jay-Z spilled the beans about his wandering eye, Beyonce's vibe hasn't been the same, you feel me? And now, with Diddy's drama out in the open, folks are saying Jay-Z might be next in line for the spotlight, and that ain't gonna do wonders for Beyonce's rep, you know? Now, 50 Cent's jumping into the ring, dropping some bombs about what's really going down in the Carter household. Word on the street is Jay-Z's got a tight grip on Beyonce, using all sorts of stuff to keep her in check and watching her every move like a hawk. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Beyonce just caught up in Jay's mess, or is she in on the whole thing? It's a wild ride, and we're all just waiting to see how it plays out. Jay-Z and Beyonce. You remember when Jay-Z and Beyonce were like the ultimate power couple, right? I mean, if you said anything bad about them, you were instantly labeled a hater. But now that whole image of being untouchable is kind of crumbling. Lately, insiders from the industry have been spilling some serious tea about the real Jay and Bey, and guess who's leading the charge? Yep, you guessed it, 50 Cent. Apparently, he's got a mountain of dirt on Jay-Z and Beyonce, including some talk about them being involved in Diddy-style crimes. 50 Cent and Jay now, let us give you the backstory. 50 and Jay-Z have had this simmering feud going on for over 2 decades. It all started with 50 taking shots at Jay in his song How to Rob back in '99, and Jay firing back in Some Like It Hot with that line, I'm about $1, what the F is 50 Cent? But then, in 2002, Jay did this interview with Angie Martinez, claiming he and 50 were all good. But guess what? It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, because Jay kept throwing sneak disses at 50, and 50 fired right back, accusing Jay of basically buying his way to the top. And then there's this whole thing with Jay-Z's God complex that really got under 50's skin. In a 2009 Rolling Stone interview, 50 was quoted saying Jay has a king complex. He thinks he's effing Jesus. And in that same interview, 50 accused Jay of betraying his former Rockefeller artist, Beanie Siegel, saying Jay was all like, rock life, we family, it's the Rockefeller gang. But then he didn't have their backs and just did whatever was best for himself. But it's not just 50 Cent throwing shade at Jay-Z for clawing his way to the top by stepping on people. Beyonce's rumored former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, went viral online, spilling some serious beans. He claimed that Jay and Beyonce wrecked the careers of many artists over the years, and even alleged that their marriage is nothing but a pricey business arrangement.
Beyonce and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
Beyonce and Jay-Z would do anything, but there's also Jaguar Wright, who has been open about Jay-Z and Beyonce for a moment now. She used to roll with Jay-Z's crew and sang back up for him. According to her, folks close to Jay, like the rapper Big L, either met their end in shady circumstances or saw their careers tank so Jay could climb to the top. And then there's Beyonce. She's had her fair share of accusations thrown at her too, like dabbling in witchcraft and making sacrifices. And get this, these claims are coming from people who worked right alongside her for years. Back in 2018, her former drummer Kimberly Thompson even took it a step further, accusing her of practicing hardcore witchcraft and filing for a restraining order against Queen Bey. Kanye's jumped in on the action too, suggesting that Beyonce and Jay-Z are puppets of the elites in Hollywood. He pointed out how people connected to big stars like them either end up dead or vanish into thin air.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
you see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you.
They can control, and just recently, Beyonce's former dance captain, Ashley Everett, got caught liking some shady posts and comments about Queen Bey. One of them was about Beyonce supposedly making demonic music, citing this poet, Jackie Hill Perry, who thinks artists like Beyonce are basically tools used to push some demonic agenda.
I don't know who told us you gotta be a witch to be black. You are not more black
by engaging in witchcraft that is still propagating a white supremacist lie that black people in Africa didn't know Jesus. I am angry that the powers that be in social media and in culture and in music and in Beyonce's music and in Kalani's music and in whatever the other, and in Santa, like, I'm angry that they are really trying to convince us that all spiritualism is the same. And we have digested this impurity and this, we want so bad not to be legalistic that we actually become profane.
You don't have to be a witch. Back to 50 Cent now, let's talk 50 Cent. He once spilled the beans, claiming Beyonce tried to come at him during his beef with Jay-Z. The way he tells it, it sounded like Beyonce was straight up possessed or something.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out. She was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That's me and Jay-Z.
Beyonce jumped down on you.
For having me back.
We have so much to talk about, including why we're decked out like this.
Yeah, this is the coolest studio. This is the coolest.
It looks good on you, so we got an anniversary. But before we even get to that.
Oh, and when 50 Cent swung by the beat with Ari Melber, they got into it about Jay-Z snagging the top spot on the greatest rappers of all time list. 50 hinted that Jay might have clinched it because he's all about business over personal connections. Is the marriage over? And on top of all this drama, there's talk that Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage is on shaky ground. Some sources even say Beyonce's gearing up for what could be the divorce of the century. Rumor has it Diddy's getting ready to spill Jay's secrets, and Beyonce might be trying to distance herself from the marriage before Jay gets exposed as Diddy 2.0. Not much is known about how Beyonce and Jay-Z first crossed paths, but according to Bey, it all went down when she was just 18. Picture this, they're both chilling on a plane at the 2000 MTV Spring Break Music Festival. Jay even nods to that moment in one of his songs. In Everything Is Love, he sings, "We played it cool at the pool of the Cancun VMA, confidence you exude, make the fools stay away, fate had me sitting next to you on the plane and I knew straight away." Maybe it was love at first sight, but they didn't spill the relationship tea until 4 years later at the MTV Video Music Awards. Some folks wonder if they waited to make it public until Bey was a bit older, considering Jay's 12 years older than her. Now, a 12-year age gap isn't a big deal for many couples, but meeting when she was fresh out of high school and he was 30, yeah, that raises some eyebrows. Age aside, people have been talking about the power dynamics from the jump. Bey was already a big deal, but Jay was this industry heavyweight with way more clout. Mix in the age gap, and folks start questioning how consensual and ethical their relationship really was at the start. Fast forward 4 years of public dating, and boom, secret wedding ceremony in 2008. We didn't even know they were engaged, let alone walking down the aisle. But here's the kicker. Jay's infamous for cheating on Beyonce. They've both been upfront about it, and it's a rough patch. But let's rewind a bit to the lead up to the wedding, cause it's juicy. Jay was down in Miami shooting a commercial and ran into an up-and-coming rapper named Olivia McFowler. Olivia spilled the beans in an interview, sharing that Jay struck up a chat with her and later sent his bodyguard to get her number. Classy, right? But here's where it gets messy. They allegedly crossed paths again at New in Miami, this time with Solange in the mix. They ended up swapping numbers in a private corridor, with Solange reportedly catching the whole scene. Yikes. Now, Beyonce didn't even need to say anything. Solange has got her back and then some. You saw 50 Cent's reaction when Bey came at him, right? These sisters don't mess around.
If you, then I'll be alright. But now everything you told me really don't apply to the way.
Then comes the bombshell. Beyonce drops her album Lemonade. Songs like Hold Up and Sorry seem to point fingers at Jay for possibly straying. She's singing lines like, "He only wants me when I'm not there," and "He better call Becky with the good hair." And let's not forget Rachel Roy stirring the pot on Instagram, sparking rumors about being the infamous Becky. But despite the drama, Beyonce thought about calling it quits when she found out about Jay's affair. Somehow, they worked through it. Now, we got 50 Cent stirring the pot, suggesting Beyonce might not be as squeaky clean as we think. He's hinting she's got some skeletons in her closet, and if his rumors hold water, it'd be quite the shocker. But with all this drama, new revelations keep popping up. Some are saying Beyonce might not be the flawless icon we thought, while others are delving into scandalous territory. Allegations of power plays, manipulations, and secret deals in Beyonce's career trajectory are making waves, painting a murky picture of their relationship dynamics. So buckle up, cause the saga of Beyonce and Jay-Z's love story is far from over. Who knows knows what other bombshells are waiting to drop? So does this mean Beyonce's planning her exit strategy? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, this whole situation's wild. Some fans reckon Beyonce won't ever leave Jay because she's knee-deep in all his shady business. And maybe that's what 50 Cent was getting at when he suggested Jay's hiding behind his wife's image. Crazy, right?